kind of 6'2", 250 pounds, and I didn't need anybody.
I was going to marry him from 12 on. I got him. But he was a bugger. he was just would blow at the slightest thing, and his temper would flare, and he just was not the graceful sweetheart that you see now. He wasn't ever really bad, abusive, but he would blow. We named him the volcano.
Anybody that read a Bible, and anybody that held hands at a table and said prayers and just kind of do, wow, they're really off the deep end.
One Sunday at church, they were talking about a person who erupts with their anger, and all the kids leaned over and looked to see Steve, and he'd go, "Who, me?" Because we've all named him Mount Vesuvius for his eruptions.
My middle son, I did a fantastic job. I mean, he's a chip off the old block. He's 6'2", a couple hundred pounds, and he don't need nobody. And to see his dad sitting there saying, "Son, no matter how big and strong you are, you need God." And he sees me reading a Bible, and I don't quote verses, because unfortunately, I don't know the Bible that well, but like I tried to explain to him grace.
I've had two separate husbands. For 31 years, I had this guy that would blow at the drop of a hat and worried about everything. He fretted, he stewed, he would make himself sick, stayed up nights just wrangling with it. And since he came to know God, he is the kindest, gentlest, sweetest, calmest man I've ever lived with. And it's wonderful. And even with tithing, he argued with the devil for a week before we decided we could tithe. And since then, money doesn't matter. And it's not pretend. He's really serious about it. He just is truly trusting in God now.
It's like Dorian said, I was told I was baptized when I was a baby. And in 54 years, I'd probably been to church maybe 100 times. That would be maximum, okay? And I'd never have gone to Sunday school, never had any religious training or anything.
He used to be very upset with people at work, family members that have, hurt him through the years and made him maybe be that volcano that used to erupt.
To feel that grace that God had, that he gave me, it was just the turning point in my life. I got rid of the anger.
Since he has found grace in his life and God, he is just forgiven them. He doesn't worry about it. He loves them now. He may not like the things they did to him, but he's let it go. He's just let it go, and I think that's added to the peacefulness.
I said I'd never had any training in church, but every time I'd gone to church, probably every other time, I would hear the song Amazing Grace. And I sat there, I could never figure out what is so amazing about grace. I remember as a kid, grace was, you said it at the supper table when family or guests came, you just said grace.
I've had to learn and trust him. Sometimes I look at him and I think he's going to blow. And he doesn't, and he'll say, "Trust me, I'm not that same guy anymore." And I look like, yeah, and I'm beginning to really trust it now.
Wow, I see why it's amazing. It changed my life.
It was just suddenly. It was like once he'd committed, it just...
God loves them, and no matter what they've done in their life, no matter how mean they've been or what they've done, God loves you, he forgives you. And if God can love us and forgive us, it's real easy to love and forgive the people around us. And when you do that, it just changes your life.